Greetings, this is Tirra, your goddess guru, here to share with you the weekly reading for the Goddess Body, Mind, and Spirit community. You can go to www.goddess-body-mind-spirit-.com to read more of my writing and to see other videos that I've posted. But my goal is to share wisdom to assist people along their path to self-realization and self-mastery. Many of us are here and we don't quite know what to do next. There is that longing inside of us as to where do I go next? How do I get more happiness, more peace, more love, more joy? What are the higher truths of the universe? And my position is that's why we're here. We're here to figure all of that out. So each week I provide these readings with the hopes that you and others will be able to use these in order to experience more of the God-Goddess qualities that are our true nature. This week, the energy governing the Goddess Body, Mind, and Spirit community is Tahuti. Tahuti is the energy of wisdom. In other traditions, out of the Ifa tradition in Nigeria, that would be Orumala or Ifa. If people go to a priest or a priestess, they're consulting Ifa normally, or the wisdom component of a particular deity, goddess or god. And Jehuti, a lot of times people spell it with a DJ, Jehuti, and Raziel, if you are studying the archangels, Raziel. I just like to give cross references so that people will be able to understand it, across systems, across spiritual systems and just ways of understanding the universe. Oftentimes I connect this energy with the energy of Jupiter. Jupiter speaks to expansion. And so whenever we are wanting to dig more deeply in understanding wisdom and what is it that we should do, it's always that expanded place. It's always the bigger picture that helps us to really tap into the wisdom. So all of us have a wisdom faculty inside of us. The issue is that many of us have not connected with that wisdom faculty in deep enough way that if I just stop for a moment, for instance, and say, okay, what is the wisdom regarding action A that I'm wanting to take? Can I upload it right then? Or do I have to ponder? Do I have to think on it? Do I have to go and talk to somebody to figure out, should I do this or not? So this is a week where we're all called to access the higher wisdom of the universe. We may be given opportunities that will help to open this faculty, this wisdom faculty. See, we have all these different parts of ourselves. And most of us are needing to live our lives in a way where these different faculties will open and unfold. Certain aspects of ourselves come fully open when we are born. And these are put in place by the divine wisdom of the universe in order to help us to survive, to make it as babies. So we'll cry as an infant so as to get fed, or we'll cry to get needs met. We have an automatic ability to suck. We have an automatic, it's like our minds are like cameras, and we take everything in and figure out, what am I supposed to do now that I'm here to make it? There's certain parts of us that are totally open. A lot of children have an excellent imagination faculty, and that's usually a deficit for so many adults. We get so grown up and wise that we lose the imagination faculty. And because of misinformation and lack of proper teaching and educating, we don't understand that the better we imagine, the more quickly we'll solve our problems, the more easily we'll come up with solutions, and inventions are born in the imagination. The imagination will channel so many awesome things to you. So those faculties come open. But for many people, they have to develop their wisdom faculty. They have to work to get to a point where they're so connected with the omniscience of the universe. Most people do not deny, whether they believe in God or not, that there is an omniscience to the universe that makes all of this go. Because how else would it do all of what it does? The earth and the planets and the things seen and unseen. How does this work? Everyone agrees there's something to it. And I call it omniscience. It's a quality of the divine. And we all have access to the omniscience of the universe. It's not just for a few of us. Sorry to bust the world's bubble. There is no one that has a lock on wisdom, okay? There's not just one little group that's the wisest of all and looks down on the rest of us little people. No, we all have access to this wisdom. And this is a week where you will be given opportunities. Let me speak to me too, will be given opportunities to truly seek or open up the wisdom faculty in us. Now, one of the things that I like to tell people is, number one, when an issue comes up in your life that needs a solution, when we use the divine wisdom of the universe, the solution will actually work. But a lot of times we're scheming. Sometimes we're trying to be control freaks. And so in trying to fix one problem, guess what? We create another one. And that's why oracles are so important. Many people think oracles are wrong and why should I go to a psychic? All that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. We were put in place, people who divine, what you can call them psychics, priests, whatever you want to, the root lady, it doesn't matter. Diviners, people who are here to share the gift of wisdom, were put here long before it was taboo. And so it helps people, because what does divination do? What happens when we go to an oracle to get the high wisdom on a specific issue that is going on in our lives? We are given a roadmap. Now, we have free will to do whatever we want to. But a lot of times the roadmap will help point you more straight and narrow than having to do, figure out by trial and error. What would you rather do? Straight and narrow or trial and error? Baby, I'm telling you, straight and narrow is so much easier. Trial and error works, but I'd rather just get it. And so going to an oracle, consulting, a psychic, or however you want to say it, we all use different ways of saying this, helps give people a roadmap. There's a roadmap for your life, and you can call it whatever you want to. I don't define people's roadmaps, but there is a roadmap that's specific to you, and you can get that roadmap. There are roadmaps for everything that we do. You can get it. That's what this week's reading is about. So it will behoove you, if you feel you need to consult an oracle, go. This is the week to do that. Do not second guess it. Do it. Now, I'm going to give you another one, because not everyone's comfortable with an oracle. Consult a professional, okay? If you feel like you need professional help, you probably do. Oftentimes when we consult the professionals, they will know based on experience. Look, you don't need to do that. Oh, yes, that's good. They can see things that we can't necessarily see. They can also teach us. This is a week for you to sit at the foot of the sages in your lives. One of the things that I had to learn, I had to humble myself and learn, is that when I'm sitting in the presence of a wise person, guess what I need to do? Be quiet. Sit, listen. I've learned even to start taking notes to make sure I don't forget anything, but sit at the foot of the sages in your life. And oftentimes when a sage speaks truth, it doesn't feel good and you don't like it. Because we may want one thing, but really what the higher wisdom of the universe is pointing us in the direction of is something else. So it just really behooves us to sit at the foot of the true sages in our lives. These are people that will help us. They have track records for helping people know who they are in a deeper manner, and track records for helping people to step more fully into self-mastery. These are the sages that we're looking for. Some people may need to go to a doctor, even if you're not really big in going to MDs. Some people, you may need to take your butt to a doctor this week. Some people may need to go and get professional help in their marriage or their financial counseling, or they may need to go back to school. It's many, many professionals that we might need to seek that we maybe normally wouldn't. You will greatly benefit if you do this week. Something else that I'll throw in there, going back to Jupiter, is this is a week of expansion. Now, the moon is now in the waning phase. We are headed away from the full moon, back to the new moon. So this is the time where you can begin to start releasing, decluttering, letting go of things, seeking to let go of behaviors that are limiting to you, keeping you from getting to where you really want to be. And so this is also a week as we let go of things. A lot of times it allows us to expand. Sometimes when we hold on to things, it keeps us in one little place. But when we start letting go of it, it allows us to open ourselves up and expand and become more. So this is a week that you can also seek to expand your horizons. Try something new. Why not? I'm learning more and more every day. Why not try something new? One day I'm going to be out of here and I won't be able to try it in the physical realm. While we're here, this is the only time you get to experience the physical realm, as if you have a body. So let's move on. Let's do something new. Let's expand our consciousness. Let's see the bigger picture. Okay? So that is the reading for this week for the Goddess Body Mind Spirit community, or whoever you are. I hope that it helps you in some way. One of the things I know is that true wisdom really is simple. So I know that this reading might sound a little simplistic, but if you think long and hard enough on what happens to you this week, I think the wisdom embedded in your life will speak volumes to you. Trust the wisdom in you, the omniscience that knows all. It will provide the solution that you need. Trust it. Trust it. Trust the wisdom in you. We all have it. Seek to open it up. Again, this is Tirra Olufemi. I hope that you have a wonderfully wise week. Peace and love.